All right, this is some help for 4.01a quiz. The quiz was on the equation of a circle in graphing form. So this is the equation of a circle in graphing form. You do get this on the EOC, so feel free to use this formula. You do need to understand that the center, this is graphing because we can easily find the center of our circle and the radius. So HK is the center of our circle and R is the radius. So keep in mind that this is a negative. So if this is a negative, our H value is positive. If this were happen to be x plus h, then our h value would be negative. So it's going to be the opposite sign that's here. All right, so the first question is going to give you the center and the radius and ask you for the equation. So here's our graphing form, our equation that you can use. So we want to identify our h and our k and then put it into that formula. So our h, let's see, where's my tools here? So -2 is our h value, so that's your x. X goes with h. And our k value is our y coordinate. And so notice I'm going to put it in this format, x minus our h value, which is -2, squared, plus y minus our k value, which is 1, is equal to the radius squared. Don't forget to square the radius. So two negatives here give me a positive, so I've got x plus 2 squared plus y minus 1 squared, and then when I square, hopefully you can see that, when I square 2.2 I get 4.84, and so the correct answer here is C. Now this is an actual question that's on the quiz. Which graph shows the graph of the equation x squared plus y minus 4 squared equals 16? So this is a circle equation, and it's going to give you 4 choices. The easiest way to find the choice is first identify my center from the graph and the radius, and then see which graph has that information. So our center, if I want to go ahead and write it, this is the standard form, graphing form here. And so this means that there's no h value. So I just wrote it here so you can see h. X minus 0 squared, y minus 4 squared equals radius squared. So 4 squared. So 0, 4 is going to be our center, and the radius is 4. So you want to look at which graph has the center at 0, 4. So this graph is at 4, 0, so that's not the right one. This graph is at -4, 0. This graph is at 0, -4, and this is the only graph that has our center in the right place. We can double check our radius. 1, 2, 3, 4, all of them had a radius of 4. So this is the correct graph. All right, the next one is wanting you to identify, they give you an equation and want you to identify the center and the radius. So here is our standard form. Remember, if I want to write it in the standard form, I'm going to write x minus -2 squared plus y minus 4 squared, and then I'm going to take the square root of 16 and 4 squared. So now it's easily identified. Our k value is right here, -2, and our h value is 4. So remember, you're going to take the opposite sign. So if this is +2, my center is at -2. This is -4, so +4. The radius, you're going to take the square root of this here, which is 4. If they ask the diameter, remember the diameter is simply twice the radius, so I'll multiply the radius by 2 to get my diameter. Now the last 2 questions are similar. You're going to work them the same way. They're going to give you a scenario. One of them has a parking lot light at a hospital that has a motion detector on it, and the equation is here. So they give you a circle equation that describes the boundary which the motion can be sensed. What is the greatest distance in feet a person could be from the parking lot light and be detected? And then what if I ask you the diameter? Okay, so this greatest distance in feet, I just drew a simple little picture here. Hopefully you can see it okay. If this is my parking lot light here, and it's got a motion detector that detects all the way around, our distance in feet that you could be and not be a detective is going to be the same as our radius. So they're basically asking you for the radius of this equation. And so remember that 100 is equal to the radius squared. So I'm going to take the square root, and so my radius is going to be 10. Now, number 5 asks for the diameter, so you're going to do the same thing. You're going to find the radius, and if I were asking you the diameter, you would take the radius times 2, so our diameter would be 20. Hope this helps. Good luck on your quiz.